Hey iOS devs out there, how you doing? Welcome to another new exciting episode of iOS Learning Magazine. Today the topic about which I am going to tell is the very important thing that is called a linked list. We'll be discussing about linked list, different types of linked list. We'll do various operations like adding a node, deleting a node, retrieving the position of a node, and like typical iOS learning thing will make the our linked list to a generic. That's all. So what is linked list? Linked list, it is nothing but a sequence of data item. As you can see from the diagram, there's a B C D is one node. So for your better understanding, I just draw a new picture so that we can have a depth idea about what is node. So we can see from this diagram, this is called as annotated as node. I mean, each element of the linked list is considered as one node. The node has two part. It has one part called as data and the other part was nest. So data means which kind of element, maybe it is an integer string you want to add to the node or the linked list. The data stores that part, and the other part, which is called as next, stores the other node. So you can see from this singly linked list, yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention there are two kinds of linked list. One is called singly linked list and doubly linked list. So here you can see the first node is considered as the head of the linked list. Usually head means the starting or the first one of the linked list. Here node 0, take a scenario like this node has the value of 0, means the data contains 0 as its element. This node, the first node, data part contains 0 and the next part contains this node 1. So why is like this? Because usually linked list, as the name suggests, is the linking between all the nodes. So singly linked list has a connection with the next node. So in doubly linked list the node is also different. Here it has three part. One is called previous, and data we already understood in in case of singly linked list, and it has another part called next. So from here same thing like head. Here the previous node, obviously it has empty because this node 0 head part, obviously there won't be any previous part, so this is the head part, the previous is nil. And the node 1, in the case of node 1, the previous part contains node 0 and the next part contains this node 2, and the data part, suppose take example of node 1, contains the value as 1. And so how to detect what is the, I mean, end in the doubly linked list, what is the end node or what's the last node? In case of last node, it's node 2, the previous part is node 1, so this node contains previous as node 1, but the next part is doesn't contain anything, so it has nil. So you can easily find out. Sometimes interview may ask how to detect which one is the head, because doubly linked list has the two node, everything has the two nodes, because this previous nest contains. So you can easily say head part, its previous part is nothing because it's the starting part, and the tail part means the next part is in nil. So that is all about linked list. So without dealing any time, we'll be dive into Xcode and we'll do some coding stuff. So guys, here like I have created two things, like one node and one linked list. So this node, as I already mentioned, it has two value. One is value, another is next, which is contains another node. So but for now I just take as optional, because the linked list which is having each node, and that node doesn't have any other node, so that's why I have taken this as a optional. And so we'll be doing further like that. And in this linked list I have taken as a one property called a head, that is a kind node. So everything is done. So now we are good to go, like appending one node. So we'll be creating this function like func append, which will take as a node which is of type node, and it can be optional, so I have to put a question mark over here. Like this is how we make it everything as a optional. And so the first thing of adding anything to the node, the concept is first I will check whether that head is there or not. Means head is there means the linked list contains any element or not inside that. So if the head is not nil, so it contains one head. So slowly will be, by using the head, will be slowly going one by one by, because we have a reference by accessing that next property, will be keep on doing the while loop slowly. Then we just add, will reach out the last element of this linked list, then we'll append there. So the logic is simple. Now we'll be writing the code. So first thing is like we'll be writing first guard, his head is there or not. Sorry. So if we'll check if guard it's not equal to nil, and here in the else part we'll be writing else if guard is not equal to nil, means the linked list is full. So if but not the the head is nil, then we'll be doing this thing. So what we'll do, we just simply add set the head as a new node, that's all. Then we'll be returning, so it will come out from this loop. So but the other scenario, if the head is there, what we'll do, first we'll take a reference of the new node. We'll take in a variable like var new or current, it will be the new node, and we'll be iterate through our linked list. Here instead of this new node, why not take the head as the current node, because we'll start from the head. Then we'll do one thing, we'll do the while, and here we'll check if current dot next not equal to nil. Okay, so we'll iterate through and we'll keep on checking if the next is not equal to nil. Then what we'll do, we'll just set as this current as current dot next. Now after this, once this loop will reach out the current, the last node, then after now the current node has the last node, so there we'll set the new node. So current dot next, this will be our new node. I think we are good to go. Yes, so let's test it out. So first I'll be creating a node 1. This is like node, I'll create add with the node 1. Then I'll create another node like node 2, just like this. There's a value of 2. Now I'll create my linked list, like my linked list head. I want node 1 as the current head. Okay, so if you like to print what is inside my linked list, so let's run. I think okay, we can see. Okay, got it. So what we need to do, we just create an extension for the linked list for printing all those elements over there. So what I'm going to do, I'll be creating an extension like this. Extension, just say linked list, and we'll add that protocol. What is that protocol? Custom string convertible. Here it has one description bar. Come on, bar description string. So this string, what we need to do, it will return. So for now, let's return like this. So what I was planning, let's create this linked list as a block of like a array, so that it has a two square bracket and all those values would be inside that. So for that I need to create our text. Here I'll be starting with this bracket, and below that what I'll do here, while returning, I'll be returning this text plus this bracket. Okay, warning, go. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll just get the head, and starting from the current node, I'll add it to a current node, I mean assign. Then I just keep on iterating until unless that node's value is nil, and I'll append all those value to the text. So first let me take the value to a variable called node equal to head. Then I'll iterate through while node not equal to nil. Oh, sorry, not equal to. Now this text will have our node dot value, and we are pretty sure, so let's make that as force unwrapping. Okay, now once I get, then again this node will be this nodes dot next. So once this has been done, later, I mean, we just need to add append comma because it will look like a array. So for that, what I'll do, I'll check if node value not equal to nil, like this. Then I'll append comma to my text. I think we are good to go. You can do one thing, you can select Control A, then Command A, then Control I. It will just, I mean, align all these things. Now it is aligned properly. Now if I try to print this thing, I hope this time it will print. Yes, as you can see, here is only one because I added the linked list has, I mean, I make initialization of this linked list, and I with the head node of node 1. Now what I gonna do, my linked list append, I'll add node 2. Now if I print, come on, a code, I think we made a mistake because here this 2 is appending but not, I think, yes, I did a mistake, bro. I have to do it here. Okay, now if I print, yes, now everything is fine. So instead of this comma, I can do like this, so that it looks like, okay. And now this, you can easily see, this is the first node which is pointing to the next, that is node 2, node value. So this is all about, and the next video I'll be discussing about how to delete a node, how to append a node, insert a node at a particular position, how to get the node from a particular position. Keep coding, guys. Bye bye.